You have been really outspoken, especially in the last year, Tim, on diversity, or I should say the lack of diversity, especially at the upper echelons of big tech companies. You said on Bloomberg last year, if you look across the tech industry, most companies are actually not representing the consumers they really need to touch. What needs to change in terms of women and minorities?
I think there's two sets of things that need to change with diversity, and I'm co-leading the IAB initiative around this called iDiverse, and we're shooting for putting 10,000 new diverse jobs in the industry. I'd say it breaks down to two simple things. One is making sure that companies and organizations are targeting the pool of diverse candidates that's highly disorganized and highly fragmented right now. We're going to be coming out with a directory in 2016 to allow people to basically get into the pools of diverse talent because it is there and have an easier pipeline to bring that in. I think the second piece is inside of companies and education wise is making sure that the skill sets and jobs we talked about earlier, actually that education migrates from inside of companies out to the world, and companies actually provide more training to diverse people overall. Again, it's another area that if you look at when I got involved in this a year ago, there's a lot more momentum and a lot more people involved in helping diverse people get into the technology companies than's recognized on the surface, but it's highly fragmented, and bringing that together with a more forceful input to companies is going to be really important. And I think we're going to make a lot of progress this year at our own company, and I hope the industry really takes heed of the 10,000 jobs, and let's get 10,000 diverse people into the industry, and that will foster a heavy growth rate across all companies, I think.
And Tim, what do you feel like your responsibility is being in the top seat at AOL and measuring this? I mean, I know you guys are using internal metrics to look at this. Is there an accountability factor?
Yeah, I think there is. Almost like any other business idea or strategy, I think it needs a real strategy, it needs commitment, it needs people assigned to it. And then also I think the follow through on it's really important. Some of the reasons with the IB, we put out the 10,000 jobs at AOL last year. We increased our focus into diversity pools. We had a 30% increase in the amount of diverse candidates that we were able to target and try to get to come to the company. But the reality is, it's pretty clear. You can look through your own organization and really look at the diversity versus your consumer diversity or versus the world's diversity. And it's pretty clear we have a lot of work to do, a lot of other companies do, but we're just trying to take the steps. We're looking at this just like our mobile strategy. We have a diversity strategy and we're executing against it. And we've done a good job over the last 6 years executing the turnaround of AOL. Diversity turnaround and really focus is another area that it's on the top of my list, and it's on my I have a one-page list I carry around with me for our priorities. Diversity is on that list, and it's 5 business things, two internal things around the company I want to get done. Diversity is one of those. So there's 7 things, diversity is one of them, and I'm running it like a business strategy.
So you're saying there's a business case for this. This is about dollars and cents, not just about what should happen.
Yeah, I think if you look at the next 3 billion people coming online, it probably does not look like the executive ranks of the technology companies. It looks like a much more diverse pool of people. So I think it makes sense in 360 degrees to go after diversity. And my guess is if you do a good job of it, it's going to have a big output on your business and improvement in your business over time. And there's a lot of studies on that, but I don't think you need a study. If you just look at your own consumer base, it makes total sense.